frosted rose in a land covered in snow and ice. Everything seemed frozen. The sky was gray, and snowflakes fell slowly to the ground. In this cold world, a young girl named Mia walked through the snowy forest. Her long brown hair fell to her waist, and her bright blue eyes were full of determination. She wore a shiny lavender and silver dress with a white fur cloak trailing behind her. Mia was on a mission to save her kingdom from the curse of eternal winter. She knew the journey would be hard, but she was ready to face whatever came her way. Mia walked deeper into the forest, where the trees were covered in frost and the moonlight shone on the snow. Everything felt magical, and a soft glow appeared in the distance, calling her forward. She moved carefully through the snow, her breath visible in the cold air. Her gown shimmered softly, and her cloak fluttered behind her. The forest was quiet, but Mia felt a strange magic in the air. She followed the glowing light, feeling hope grow inside her. Finally, Mia reached a clearing. In the center of a frozen pond stood the frosted rose, glowing like a diamond in the moonlight. But she wasn't alone. The winter enchantress appeared. She wore icy robes that seemed to sparkle like frost, and her silver hair shone brightly. Her cold, powerful presence filled the air, and Mia knew she was about to face a challenge. Mia stood strong. She knew she had to prove her worth if she wanted to take the frosted rose.
You have come far, child, but this is where your journey ends. The frosted rose is not for the weak-hearted. Why should I let you take it?
I've come to save my kingdom. I will not turn back. If I must prove my strength to you, I will.
Very well, then show me your courage, and we shall see if you are worthy.
Will not fear this challenge. The fate of my kingdom is in my hands.
Sharpening your courage is commendable, but remember, every step on this path is fraught with danger. Your courage is impressive, Mia, but before you claim the frosted rose, there is one final test you must face. Cross the frozen river ahead, where the ice is treacherous. Only then will the rose truly be yours.
Will not hesitate. I will prove that I am worthy.
Mia stepped into an ice cavern. The walls were made of shining ice that reflected light like a crystal. The maze twisted and turned, making it hard to find the way out. Mia moved carefully, her blue eyes watching every step. She followed a small beam of moonlight, knowing it would guide her. It took a long time, but Mia didn't give up. She finally reached the center of the maze, where a single beam of light showed her the way out. As Mia left the maze, a huge snowstorm hit. The wind howled and the snow blew so hard she could barely see. She pulled her cloak tighter around her, but the storm didn't stop. Her hair flew around her, and her gown shimmered in the snow. Every step was hard, but Mia was determined. She knew she couldn't turn back. The glowing light of the frosted rose led her through the storm. In a small clearing, Mia saw a tall, icy mirror glowing in the moonlight. As she looked into it, the mirror showed her worst fears. She saw her kingdom frozen forever, and her people trapped in sadness. Mia felt the weight of her mission. Tears filled her blue eyes, but she didn't look away. To herself, the mirror cracked, the pieces shattering and disappearing. Mia had faced her fears and won. The frosted rose began to glow even brighter, its petals shining with warmth. The snow around it melted, revealing patches of green. Mia stepped forward, her gown sparkling like stars. She carefully picked the rose, and as she did, a wave of warmth spread out. The cold was gone, and the air filled with light. The magic of the forest was free, and the world began to wake up from its long sleep. With the frosted rose in her hands, Mia returned to her kingdom. The snow melted, rivers flowed, and flowers began to bloom. The castle, once cold and dark, now sparkled in the sunlight. Mia stood at the heart of the castle, holding the glowing rose. Her people cheered with joy. Mia had not only broken the curse but had brought hope and life back to her kingdom. Years later, The frosted rose still glowed in the castle garden, surrounded by blooming flowers. The forest beyond remained magical, a place full of wonder. Mia walked through the fields, her heart full of peace. Her long hair and gown swayed in the breeze, and children played around her. The kingdom was no longer frozen, but alive with warmth and joy. The frosted rose became a symbol of hope, reminding everyone that even in the coldest winters, courage and love could bring new life. The kingdom was no longer frozen in time, but alive, bursting with color and warmth. The frosted rose, now a symbol of hope and renewal, stood as a reminder to all who looked upon it. Even in the coldest of winters, courage, love, and sacrifice could bring new life. It was the heart of the kingdom, a beacon of the triumph Mia had achieved. As she walked through the peaceful fields, Mia smiled softly, knowing her journey had brought this transformation. The kingdom she loved was no longer bound by the curse of eternal winter, but was flourishing in the light of a new dawn.